everyone was just like blowing exorcisms fights just to have something happen. He's like, all right, I'm an exorcism, I'm gonna kill somebody, and then, okay, then they got a Roche, and that was like the big part. Because then it's like, okay, you have to take longer to kill us, and that's where Ace gets a lot of space around the map. But yeah, I don't know, Secret just, that was something else.
No,
I'm really like,
I just
to say about it.
am so impressed with the technical awareness of Secret. You brought up the cast, and I thought I was in agreement with most of what Vods was saying there, that Timbersaw is a hero that needs to fight, Secret as a lineup needed to fight, and I just thought it was so smart as the game went on that they were willing to force these fights just to have something happening on the map and create space for Ace.
Yeah. Well, it was absurd. Well, we're getting the next game coming out here, so we'll see.
Yeah, here you go.
I don't think we'll see another instance like that happen in a very long time.
5 seconds
like,
remaining.
I actually have not seen something like.
Timbersaw was not so impressive this major so far, huh? We've only seen him getting spanked. I haven't seen really any too big a breakout performances. That last one he started to come back gradually, but not really what most people are thinking from him this time. Any particular reason why, you guys think?
I know he's been picked in the best spots.
He was versus a lot of magic damage, and it's an offlane Timber. Like that's really hard to actually just get a good start off.
Yeah, and it faked EG out. Remember, EG banned the Batrider with their last ban. They did not expect that to be an offlane Timbersaw. There goes the Bounty Hunter again. 5-0 in this patch is Puppy, so no surprise there. First phase, I am a little bit surprised to see first phase Razor bans in 2 straight games, even though that is a good hero for Secret.
We have 4 same bans, right?
5 seconds
Last
remaining.
ones were Omni Knight and...
Not sure.
Well, I'll remember in a second.
Sure.
Slacks remembers.
Yeah, Owen, absolutely. He writes it down.
Chen.
Chen. That was my voice.
Of course.
To ban.
Omni Knight gonna get banned out, yeah. The Bounty Hunter ban cracks me up every time I see it. Against what team even plays Bounty Hunter, or it doesn't make it ban worthy, but honestly.
Like Naha said, they're 5-0 with it, right? But, in this patch or
10
lately.
seconds remaining.
Now that's a stat!
What's that?
Now that's...
So these are the same bans, but it's actually different teams. It was Secret that took out Razor in the first phase in the last draft, and EG taking it out here. So both of these teams really giving a lot of respect to that hero. This is different.
Chen is left.
Oh,
Chen is on the table.
Yeah.
I'm actually quite surprised. This maybe the Mirana ban is an indication that they're gonna pick Chen.
Yeah, I think that's EG, staying on the tiny train.
I mean, IO's still there as well. We'll see if that's sort of taken away from EG if they get the chance to run it again. I mean, as we also mentioned, Tiny at the moment very much viable still without having to run the IO, but I kind of fail to see if it is left there why you wouldn't necessarily take it, because it is so strong with it. And, just despite the loss, we had some very clutch and close to clutch plays on the IO last game from EG.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know. I think Tiny is okay by himself now. I don't think you need the IO. I think a little bit more lockdown.
I mean, sure, yeah.
Yeah.
I just feel the way that EG plays, like, if it's there, I don't know. I feel like they'll take it anyway.
Oh, hello.
Ah.
Brewmaster, a hero that's had some big ups and downs in this patch. We saw pretty much first pick, first ban material, and then people kind of forgot about him, and here we see him again. Team Secret bringing him out. Pretty good at mid. Decent at offlane, right? Frog, you love that offlane.
He's great in the offlane.
He's pretty much on the offlane.
Come on,
He
love
is
that
almost
mid
true
brew,
offlane.
dude.
And it's all because
the
of
absolute sanctuary. Yeah, they take the IO. I feel there's no reason to not do so. I feel like the brew pick was maybe an attempt at a bit of a deterrent, as brew can be quite good indeed against the IO in the team fights. You're just sort of taking him out of the fight, so suddenly it's very hard for him to make those save plays.
Drunken Haze is really annoying just throughout all stages of the game for Tiny. Even though you have the status resistance, which removes it after a shorter while, it's still extremely debilitating.
Talking about the Medusa in the last draft, and Team Secret going to go ahead and take it off the board.
Yeah.
I think anytime you play against DG, there's always the worry of them finding a draft to get some L on it. It's
Look at this.
Very cool.
This is so cool how they change up so much though. Like last time they first picked Rubik and they had a completely different style. This time it's Bruce Sanking first too. We were talking about the Sanking before the first draft, how Secret's really liking it, and nothing has changed here.
I mean, one of the heroes that's still in as well that I wonder if Secret will want to take is that Ancient Apparition. It was banned out, I believe, by EG in the last game because they were running this...
Secret Bandit.
Oh, sorry,
They had
Secret
Death Prophet.
Bandit. Yeah, you're right. It banned the other way around. But, I mean, they themselves.
It could be a possibility.
It could be very nice. With the sort of
Negate the
team
whip.
fight that they've got already, just having SKAA can be a very strong combo. We've seen teams do that time and time again.
They got the puck this time.
God, what an already scary IO game, huh? There's so much burst coming up with Team Secret already. I mean, that little ball is going to get slapped around. And this is just 2 picks in.
Turn to pick.
I don't know how he's going to survive this one. Okay, Death Prophet take it out. No, Puck! Puck! There's a hero that we were talking about both these teams
Yeah.
were fantastic with, so might as well ban him out of the pool there.
I think that's one of the things that maybe you could say that EG was maybe a little bit lacking in the last game is having those relocates set up. So I
10
think that might be what
seconds
Secret's
remaining.
thinking around here when they ban out this puck. That this time EG might adjust.
Yeah, I guess in game 1 they were just more with thinking on the lines that the Clockwork would do enough, but in practice it wasn't the setup. It wasn't as strong of a setup for the Tiny IO players.
I think that's the one part of the draft that you can point to that just didn't really work out for EG. You know, they never really got value out of that Clockwork pick.
And Nature's Prophet
EG,
still in the
turn
pool.
to
And I mean, there's the A. I feel that was a bit of a no-brainer really for Secret. That's just
I'm really surprised EG
Super strong.
EG didn't take that out.
yeah, rather than the DP. I don't know. I mean, there's definitely ways you can play around it, but anytime you're running any sort of IO lineup against the AA, especially when it's, as I say, paired with the Sanking, I don't know the stats, but I'm
10
sure that duo's
seconds
got a
remaining.
pretty damn good win rate.
Yeah, that is like the Chinese
5
support duo.
seconds
I mean,
remaining.
Yeah.
so many games we saw in the previous patch.
Works super well with both of the initiators, Brewmaster and Sanking. They start the fight. AA can send it back, always get a good Ice Vortex plus ulti off. And even in laning phase, I mean, feet plus Sanking stun, pretty much every single time it'll proc off.
Well, they tried to do something a little global last time with the Tinker pick. I wonder if they'll go for kind of keeping with that global strat. Prophet or something?
Oh, I was saying the Nature's Prophet, I think, is always strong.
Could even go for a Zeus, the hidden Zeus
Team
pick.
Secrets, turn
You know,
to
that
pick.
classic Evil Geniuses Shadow Shaman.
No, I think you think a little bit more basic, and you ask yourself as EG, what was our big weakness? Apart from me not getting a lot out of the Clockwork, and the big weakness was that Secret had that huge wave clear advantage. And the Shadow Shaman addresses that very nicely as a support, gives you that pushing
10
potential.
seconds remaining.
Taking notes from Nabi, okay. A little split push action here. Yep, towers beware
5
from Team
seconds
Evil
remaining.
Geniuses on this draft. Scary stuff.
It just feels like Secret, when you look at these first 3 picks, it feels like they could pick almost any 2 cores here.
They've got incredible,
They've got, I mean, there's so much
massive team fight.
flexibility.
Massive
Oh, yeah.
team fight.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Who's your
up
number
there.
one
Have we-
for? Go ahead.
Have we seen a Secret played around with the Spectre at all? Or is that something that all teams are avoiding?
EG.
I don't think anybody's
turn
playing
to
Spectre
pick.
right now. That's
I mean,
gonna
that's
be
the hero that-
Oh my goodness.
They get it again. Okay.
Oh boy.
But if you're EG though, you have to be ready for this. You have to.
They must have a-
anticipate
yeah,
if
I
you
mean,
left
you've left
the hero
it
on the
in.
table. Yeah.
They must have a plan.
Sure. What is the plan for Lone Druid? What's your
10 seconds
stable
remaining.
counter to that, Fogged? Anything come to mind?
I mean, Razor's the best
5
one, but he's banned.
seconds remaining.
Hmm.
I think the Brewmaster is playable against the Lone Druid, but you know you ban the one counter in the Razor and you have the Brewmaster on your side.
Well, they gotta know something.
The one thing I'll say, the Lone Druid addresses one of the few weaknesses I saw in the Secret lineup, and that's that BKBs were very good for EG, but now you can still get entangled through that.
They have self-sufficient, self-reliant,
Secrets,
self-sufficient
turn
safe
to
laners
back.
that can just like play versus anyone, and SKA can roam around.
This is much better than the clock.
Yeah.
It is.
Having Universe on his Tide.
It is
No.
versus an AA though. An AA in the laning phase
Sure.
is very strong versus Tidehunter with that chilling touch, and they have a lot of magic damage coming between the 2 supports already from the side of Secret versus that Tide.
10
But yeah,
seconds
definitely already a
remaining.
lot better coming out from that to just take head-on fights.
And see, I like the Brew
5
against the
seconds
Tidehunter
remaining.
because with Kraken Shell, you can just send him up in the air and Kraken Shell's not going to proc.
That's true. That's true. In the laning stage, though, I wonder if EG will try and get the Tide versus Brew matchup. You know, Tide not really caring at all about the mischance with the anchor smash. Can still farm very nicely in that 1v1. So we may see some sort of lane switch ups to get the matchups.
So what, you think they'll go like some aggro by EG to try to pressure the lone and get Tide?
I think that's the way to do it. You can't give Ace as good of a start as he did last game. I'm sure we've seen them try and put some pressure on, but they've got to do more about him. They can't let him get ahead of the bear. He got really good Radiance time in that last game.
But then Brew has a better game.
Sure, but I'm sure you're more worried about the Lone Druid having a better game.
This feels like such an
10
awkward
seconds
aggro
remaining.
Tiny, Io, and Shadow Shaman?
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm not saying that.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. That's really tough.
Hey, man, that's going to give it a lot of kills, though. Come on.
EG's turn
Shackle
to
into,
pick.
you know, other stuff.
Good OD, man.
Oh, T-Pan down. Will we dare see another Timber Saw? I hope not. Timby has not been doing too great, but...
I was still looking for mid ones here.
10 seconds remaining.
Mid one, I mean, the Storm Spirit's
5
still there.
seconds
The
remaining.
Storm Spirit would be really nice for the AA setup, getting yourself straight on top of the IO. I'm sure there's lockdown on the Shaman and Tiny, but I think this is definitely still a very playable Storm game for mid one.
Yeah. Always good to see a Storm be able to jump onto an IO and just pick him off before that team fight can do anything and then move on. But they have a decent amount of lockdown, too. That Shadow Shaman is a scary guy to go against.
One secret to have more wave clear, especially on that mid laner. They only have like Brewmaster Clap and Sanking Stun.
Storm's pretty good for wave clear.
Yeah, it's pretty decent. If it's versus the Shaman though, who's pretty tough because it's instant disable.
You think Ember's viable?
Team Secret's
Not
turn
crazy.
to pick.
Lycan.
Oh, the art's easy.
I like that a lot.
Oh,
I like
yeah.
that a lot.
I mean, that's just all in on push, huh?
This is a Sumail Tiny.
Oh, yeah, it must be. I'm sure you
Okay.
get Arteezy playing the Lycan, so yeah, the Tiny IO taken to the mid lane, I would imagine, with this final pick.
10 seconds remaining.
I think the Lycan Sensor, if anything, might come
5
online a
seconds
little earlier
remaining.
than the Lone Druid. So you make sure that by the time that Lone Druid is knocking on your base,
Yeah.
you're already into theirs.
I mean, you've got an incredible amount of push, yeah, and do you from EG that sort of sweeter point. And as you say earlier, then the Lone Druid is getting big with
I
Tiny
just feel
Shaman
like
Lycan.
I feel like Secret can super punish the Tiny mid here.
Potentially. We'll see what they're picking. Fog, do you have any ideas, buddy? You're the smartest boy on the panel. What do you got for me?
I'm not the smartest. Nahaz is a professor.
I mean, Nahaz is good at life stuff. Maybe. Maybe not. He is co-hosting with me, so he's probably not that good at life stuff. But you're the smartest Dota dude.
Tinker, Storm.
Tinker or Storm?
Look pretty decent.
Our big calls.
Storm feels pretty
What happened to Shadow League? Dragon Knight.
Dragon
Oh.
Knight.
Select
not what
your
I thought.
heroes.
That's something.
All right.
I can kind of get it. I mean, tank,
yeah.
push.
Base damage reduction versus Tiny.
Exactly.
Oh.
That's just what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
That you really negate the kill potential of the Tiny with that spell.
And the level 25 Tidehunter. I mean, you knock out that damage, so very helpful there too.
All right, guys. I have a feeling I know what the answer is gonna be, but let's get our predictions here for game 2. Secret can close this out.
I think so. Game 1, I went against them, even though, despite the start of this series saying you got to watch out for Ace, he's amazing. He's just got his hero again, and I like that he's trying something different. But I've got to go with Secret getting that Lone Druid pick again. It's going to be good.
I'm gonna go Secret again.
I'll be a contrarian. I'll think that
10
EG
seconds
has
remaining.
something up their sleeve if they're going to allow that guy to get his Lone Druid one more time. So
5
let's
seconds
go
remaining.
Bleed Blue.
Yeah, I just after what we saw in that last game, I have a hard time seeing EG turn this around with the Secret draft. So maybe we'll get a quick series. We will see, but with a chance to move on in the winners bracket, Secret may be able to close this one out. Let's head over to our casters. Here are Toby 1 and Blitz.
You know, I'm actually thinking that the Slacks curse is going to kick in for game 2 right here, where he stands alone as the only one that believes. Do you think EG's got this? Because right now, Slacks may be on the money. You've got Arteezy on Dogman. You've got IO Tiny. You've got like these wonderful combinations.
So last game I thought that EG was going to lose, and I like EG. They're a good org. I get along with all the players. I'm North American, but it doesn't mean that I have to pick for them.
No, well, we know, Blitz, that you are an analytical man that will base this on all of your knowledge put together into a proper conclusion.
Yeah, and that's why I think Secret's going to win. And I think that, I don't know, it just feels like they're the better team. It feels like, to me anyways, that EG, something feels a little bit off, whereas Secret is just
Well,
I was about to curse right there, but Secret is really good.
I heard on the grapevine that all of the EG players were up at 2 a.m. local time. They did not adjust properly, and maybe somehow didn't even sleep during the night. So,
Yeah, that's pretty rough, but
yeah.
man, I just want to talk about the Secret lineup. In the beginning, it looked like it was going to be a little bit rough, and it feels like in the past they almost always sacrificed whoever was the carry on their side. Like the carry player just looks a little bit weak, but it just feels like they're gelling together really well. And it feels like Ace is comfortable like doing whatever. You put him on an island, great. You help him, great. You help mid one, it doesn't matter. It feels like anything he does, it's just working for them right now.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Like we were looking at Team Secret in China and talking about like the lack of mid one, where we had CTY standing in for them, and how Papi Strav's like, okay, well he's focusing more on Ace, and they're kind of like, I wonder if that tournament kind of gave them even more confidence in Ace's abilities to just give him these heroes that can 1v9 and just do his thing.
Oh, sure. And this is really important, I think, Toby, for a team is you want star players, of course, but at the same time, like when one guy doesn't pick up the load, you want somebody that can like cover the slack. So you have a guy like mid one last game, doesn't do the best, has one of the most rough games that I've seen him ever have.
Yeah.
And then you have Ace, he's like, don't worry,
I got this,
one,
boys.
yeah.
I'm printing money and destroying the economy.
And it doesn't feel like we're seeing that quite yet in EG. Like the balance isn't quite there, but
Yeah.
maybe this is where it starts.
Dude, EG's like investing in skin coin. Eventually it'll pay off.
Maybe, as Owen learned the hard way. But yeah, you don't know these things until like we've seen a few of their runs so far, but
Absol,
top.
they're going to put the chilling touch on, and this is going to be problematic for Fear. So much damage from Team Secret, and it'll be enough to claim the first blood. Puppy and Yapsaw, they were all over this map like a hot rash in game one, and they are off to the same itchy start in game two.
That is the one thing you need to get out of your... I'm not okay with that. All right, so another really rough start to game number 2. As mid lane is going kind of okay.
It's better than my dog joke, remember?
The dog one is good. You can tell that one. I told him he couldn't, but...
Yeah, he banned me from doing that.
You're Toby. You can get away with anything. Just say it.
Okay. Welcome to the worst joke ever.
You can't set it up like that.
I
Just
can't.
say- All right.
Okay,
fair.
you know what? You can wait. You can wait for the worst joke ever.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
Up the top, Fada just... And they're... All three of their cores are, once again, doing well. Like, they're off to a pretty fantastic start.
Yeah. I wonder if this is also like Team Secret. You talk about them gelling. It seems they also understand like exactly where they have to pressure. Like it, we know his early game is, well, ass. Now Team Secret, like they have Fada on the Brewmaster very early on. Yapsaw as well as Puppy are doing as much as they can to interrupt him. And you got a half a level Lycan 2 minutes into this. Okay, Yapsaw still takes the rune. But Arteezy just can't get anything. He can't catch a break up on this top. He's a 1-0 Lycan versus a 9-7 Brewmaster.
And the Brewmaster destroys him, Toby. He just throws Drunken Haze, makes life really hard for him. They have no kill potential in their lane, which is really rough for heroes like Shadow Shaman, because this hero heavily relies on kill potential. Like, this hero has garbage move speed, has a lot of attack, and so you often want to be in one-on-one situations against the offlaner so you can just trade hits. But if you take away that opportunity and you go for this aggressive tri-lane, well, you ruin all the offensive potential of the Shadow Shaman because he can't protect this Lycan. He just dies really quickly.
If Yapsaw cuts this tree and gets the stun on Arteezy, I believe he's dead. And Arteezy, he's sitting just in the edge of vision, so Secret know where he is. Fear rotates around the back. That Observe Ward's down the ramp, so Team Secret don't see Fear moving that clearly around the corner. But they also did this so they can block the pull point. This is now the second game in a row where, again, we've seen the safe lane of EG just incapable of controlling the momentum of the creep wave.
Mid lane, though, is benefiting from this, as mid one is forced into a situation where he's got to get 2 in the Dragon Blood. And I don't know.
Is it that bad, though? Because he can just breathe fire farm, right? And this can harass him to crit.
Yeah.
Like, bottom lane is nice for Universe. He's actually 19-4 versus the 14-4 of Ace, so it's more of an even trade in the lane. Oh, nice toss back. Mid one into deep. Fear's coming over. Yapsaw needs to create some space with the Burrow Strike. Able to do so. And the Spirits, he can't reach him. Cancels the salve, at least some level of value. But mid one survives to breathe another day.
Yeah, he's just going to tango up, but he's still got to be careful. Like, there is a situation where Crit just gets tossed in and he gets triple spirited and goes down. But Dragon Knight, of course known for his high regen, with the Ring of Regen, he was also given a Tango to eat by his team, and the 2 points of Dragon's Blood, already up to more than half HP.
No, I'm just keeping a side eye on this top lane, watching Fada versus Arteezy. And Fada is playing with him. Like, they just wait for the deny. And Arteezy, that's now his 4th CS in 4 minutes. When you go 1 CS a minute as a safe laner, the primary farmer of evil geniuses, you know you got issues.
Yeah, this is some real KBBQ Dota.
I'm sorry, Arteezy's not asleep at his keyboard.
That is true. It's not hard to be better than Jack at Dota, but right now his lane has been absolutely demolished. As up at top, every creep is getting denied. This Lycan has less net worth than the Sand King right now. Like Arteezy up to 4 CS
mid
now.
lane. They actually can go for a toss back into the shackles. Fear was waiting for this perfectly. Mid one will break free,
He's so
and the
shaky.
2 points in Dragon Blood. It's 11 armor and 11.8 regen a second they have to fight through.
They're trying to do whatever they can right now, Toby, to help out the other lanes, because they know this top lane is a complete lost cause.
Yep.
So they keep trying to make these games happen on mid one, but it's just not quite working. And now at bottom, Ace finally starting to find some sort of lead. As the Universe doing okay for himself. Tiny's doing okay for himself too, but they need to make something happen around this top area, and soon.
Avalanche again. Ready for the toss back, all the way back to Fear. Shackles this time up. Yapsaw, space creation. It's a little too late. You go for the 2-man Burrow Strike and then start his run out.
4th time's the charm?
Yeah.
I guess after the first 3 times, he's like, I am pretty much unkillable here. But this time, they had the tower.
Hey, here's the upside right now. Arteezy has more CS than kills on the board.
Oh,
I know, right? I was worried he wouldn't be able to keep up.
he is a full 2 levels behind Fodder right now. A full 2 levels.
Can you get something better by rotating the lanes? I suppose you can't put Lycan on the off lane.
Yeah, I feel like they should have swapped into bottom, but maybe they felt like they could protect him. But essentially, Secret's getting a decent amount here. Sumail.
Oh, here we go again. Fada's rotated in. Goes for the collapse. Sumail wants out of this. Fada, well, there goes your TP. Crit will give him the extra life to only TP back to the mid-tier 1. Sumail knows all he had to do was get further away from Fada. And Fada's actually short of mana. He didn't have the Mango in his main inventory, so he couldn't pop it to split.
Yeah, he's going for it again, though.
Yep, they just run in. Sumail's got Avalanche, so there's more space to work with.
Yeah, now Yapsor is taking over up the top, which does give Arteezy a little bit more room, but Yapsor now getting more or less uncontested farm here. Melee Lycan does not really want to fight against the Sand King.
This lone druid, can they allow the same thing to happen? They're running at him. Oh, Arteezy, the clap, goodbye. Even an extra drunken brawler attack for Fada to help secure the deal. So it was another 6-minute hand of Midas for Ace. He's at 3.5k net worth. This time, it's night and day the difference between the save leaders. It's 3.6k to the 1.6k. A full 2,000 difference between Ace and Arteezy.
Arteezy would kill right now for Ace's farm.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, unless he walks across the stage and then just sits down at Ace's computer, he ain't getting that.
Another switch. Mid-game this time, he's elevating the memes. As Yapsor just sitting there right now. This level 4 Sand King has more net worth by considerable margin over the Lycan. Like, this Lycan, no, it's not really his fault. I mean, we keep bringing it up because it's such an aberration of what we normally see.
It was the
carries
weakness
get.
in the laning from the supports. Like, what are they meant to do here? Crit has to sit with the Tiny, and Shaman can't do much in the lane.
Yeah, there's... I mean, where's he supposed to go? He can't. It's not easy
jungle.
from the rotate.
Crit. Oh, Fada. So much damage so quickly. Mid one's going to rotate in. Breathe Fire's on cooldown, but to get the Dragon Tail off, so Fada moves closer. He's looking for another attack. He's just going straight to the split. The cold feet from Puppey with the chilling touch. You've got one more attack from the Storm Bruling to get the damage out. They turn their attention to Sumail, where the Earth Bruling's done. Another cold feet. The synergy is so beautiful. The control of Fada is even more beautiful. This is almost bodacious diving to the tier 2 tower of Nip. Sumail, just enough life with the 1 charges, and Fada trapped a little bit further back, but that's a Dragon 4 mid one. Chris TP to the tier 1 tower. He doesn't want to stick around too much. The Breathe Fire hits on all 3 of EG's players, and things he could have done with this. Puppy's TP out right in front of EG. The only thing that was missing was an Ancient Apparition point.
At the same time, Universe does have his level 6. Really wanted to get Secret to overcommit there, and that's exactly why they didn't. They don't want to run into a position where they overextend. They have a good lead right now, 2,000 on the board. Don't throw anything away if you're Team Secret. You can afford to be patient. Arteezy's got to spend all this time catching up. And so while he catches up, take your time. Get all the map control in the world. Don't rush anything. Because the strongest spell in the game right now is still Ravage.
Radiant's bottom tower
If you can
is under
avoid
attack.
a really good Ravage for Secret, if you can survive something like that, then you're going to be quite far ahead.
Especially when, like, the person holding the Ravage universe is the #1 net worth on the EG side. And he's building into items which are going to sustain nicely. Like, he's building in for the mech, for the beginning for Evil Geniuses. Maybe this will allow them to have this 4-1, so Lycan is able to recover, just give Howl to the rest of his team. But Arteezy has gone all the way off the top lane. He's headed down south into the camps, because it's the only safe place for him to farm, knowing the Team Secret are turning their attention this way. So they deny Universe his Ravage on the bottom lane, they deny the group up of Evil Geniuses, and Lone Druid's happy for this. This is so much money flooding into him. We're 10 minutes in, and he's 2.2k towards his Radiance. It's, again, this almost same timing as Game 1, which Team Secret were very happy with the trade-off.
This almost feels like just another run back, but this time they're not losing their mid tower, and mid 1's not getting completely screwed over.
It's a tier 1 for a tier 1 and tier 2.
Yeah, it almost feels like last game where the Lone Druid was just hitting this top tower, and EG couldn't do much about it. Yeah, not quite in position. They're going to give up another tower. Last hit goes the way of Fada, but gold is still heavily in favor.
It's going to be more for Secret. Like, you've got the Trinity Dragon right now in mid lane attacking into the tier 1 tower. And Universe, like, he wants to hold him back, but the poison attack is all they really need to keep the ticks going. Now, with the movement forward, Dragon Tail Star, mid 1, that's his last bit of mana, has the Soul Ring available if he needs more. But just keeping Universe away from the chase.
And look at Lone Druid right now, going to the opposite side of the map while they preoccupy him. They're creating so much space right now on the map for Ace.
Yep.
And we saw what his Lone Druid could do. That was not pretty.
Even if they try and push mid, like, Dragon Form's going to be down, but Epicenter is up. Ancient Apparition is still short of his level 6. Puppy's trying to catch up to that. That's probably the weakest part of the Team Secret lineup at the moment. But the push is coming in, and Yapsor from the trees, EG do not have vision of him in there.
Yeah, we're seeing what you talked about too, where they're going for this 4 aggressive heroes on the map behind this Tidehunter.
Create space for Lycan. But if Yapsor wants to commit, he can at least push him off the tower.
He's got his ulti too. He's trying to use the fog to his advantage right now.
Okay, Fada's being more of a dick. He's drunk and hazening up the Tiny, who just wants to beat into the tier 1 tower.
Yeah, they're going to make it difficult for them as Yapsor on the south side.
They should be able to survive that, right? Like, you've got so many 1 charges on Evil Geniuses that even if you pop in the epicenter damage, it's not going to be a lot. And okay, Ace is attacking the tier 1 tower. Lycan has to TP to defend this. Mr. level 6 Lycan versus level 11 Lone Druid.
Almost doubling him up right now. Shows the dire circumstances.
Stealing both the bounty runes as well. Hey, why not?
Arteezy's going to go there. See nothing. And that's just... It's honestly just dejecting right now.
They're smoking with Fear and Arteezy. Are they actually going to try and force a fight mid against mid 1 and bring Arteezy in?
They've got Ravage, and if Secret don't have heroes here right now, I suspect that they will be able to get the kill, or at the tower at the very least.
TPs are available for both supports to come in.
They need to come down.
with the Brewmaster. Here comes your first TPs, both the tier 1 and tier 2 town. Mid 1, 11-1 charge. Give him a lot of life. The shackles are up. Fada needs to create space with a Ravage. It connects on 3 with the toss follow-up. Fada, he needs to get the spin off. He doesn't get it off. He went for the clap first. Universe and Samel will find these pickoffs. Lone Druid's forcing the bottom lane to at least get a tier 1 town in return. The EG, that is a godsend. Double pickoff on 2 cores. It's not supports, it's the cores of Secret.
Way too greedy on the side of Secret. You have to commit more heroes to that, especially when you see the Tidehunter. This is not a mobile hero. If you see the Tidehunter moving, the rest of his team is likely to follow. They probably just didn't expect Arteezy to come around to that engagement, but if I'm 100% honest, I don't think Secret really cares too much. Like, Lone Druid almost has the Radiance once again.
It was still a tier 1 for a tier 1 tower trade-off. They lost Puppy on top, but Puppy got a lot of space with that push to now get his Ice Blast, and that's why Crit and Samel are a little bit chilly.
Taking a little bit of damage, but...
That's all?
Reset mid lane.
I don't know if he just lost vision of Universe. He just walks over like he's putting down an Observer Ward.
I think he was waiting for Crit, but this time around, EG willing to protect their tiny ball of hope, as they're gonna need to. this is their way back into the game right now as the Tiny. I think they're at least game planning it correctly, even if the laning phase went really rough. It's way too hard for them to do anything to recover RTZ's game. So try to pump up Signails as much as possible. Look at the Wisp.
Crit, goodbye. It was nice knowing you. Universe catching snow cones.
Steals both the bounty runes once again. He's got his Radiance now. He's going to send back the bear for it.
Ace is just so damn efficient with this lone druid.
14-minute. Use the Midas as you say that. Midas.
Efficiency. There you go.
Got it.
Was that, what, 2-3 seconds down?
Dude, that was like 10 seconds. Are you kidding me? I like Ace and his play just as much as the next guy, but...
It's because we said efficiency and Ace in the same sentence.
Yeah, don't give him credit for something he didn't do.
Taking both the bounty runes but not using Midas.
Upsetting, but 14-minute Radiance. I forgot how fast he got it last game. I think like 15.
Yeah, I think he's faster this game. I'm sure Nahaz is sitting there just basically crunching numbers.
That's absurd, considering he had absolute free farm in the last game, and he was against the Clockwork, this time against the Tidehunter. This man.
Team Secret getting ready to fight once more on top lane. They got the full drums up for the Brewmaster. So she's going for both drums and Vlads. So this group up of Team Secret's going to be very strong with Fire at the front lines, not only dispelling, controlling, but also aura buffing. Here gets a small glimpse, but Fada shows himself anyway, running into the creep wave. Universe on the run. Where's that entangle? Where's that entangle? There's that entangle. Ace in mid one. On top, watching him, but yep, there's your attack, Fada. Samael. There to attack, a double damage room for crit.
A little bit too far forward for Fada. Just, again, overestimating his tankiness, but I'm starting to see a pattern here, Toby. I think that Fada's role in both the games is the same.
Yep, still too short. Yeah, Fada's role.
I think it's just, he runs in, dies, and that's okay, because you force 4 heroes over. I genuinely think that it's perfectly alright.
Wait, are we actually taking a page from the Book of Finrod here?
Yeah, if you die like this, you force 4 heroes over, and you've got this guy in your holster, Ace, who is just farming away. I mean, do you really care?
Yeah, so Sandstorm dodges, he's on the run back out again. Raindrops, no, just protected. Takes the bounty rune.
Universe is here to play, though. They don't want to mess with this hero yet. They want to avoid him at all costs. Just continue to angle him around the map, Toby. Like, this is a very lumbering hero. It doesn't move around very well, not mobile whatsoever. No blink dagger on him, so the kill potential is pretty limited to him just running at you.
Yep.
And so Secret recognized that. And Fada once again is just going to shove in a lane aggressively. They're going to ping him and say, like, hey, let's kill him. Does he care?
Oh, and he instantly splits. Seeing the attack coming in, Fada gets the hell out of dodge. Runs into the tree lines. Crit, he knows there's so much disable and damage that can come from this. Samael looking for some extra pickups. The Earth Brewing. It's only going to last another 1 second. Arteezy's still here, but Puppey waiting with the Ice Blast. And Samael trapped in the tree lines. Lone Druid Bear's made its way down to Radiance Burn. Samael wants out, but it won't happen. Yapsor hits the burrow, and EG, they wanted to be the aggressors, but they get snapped by a quick reaction from Fada and a lot of reinforcements from Secret.
Yeah, and the biggest hero on the side of EG, and probably the most important hero, goes down. And this is what I'm talking about. Like, I'm 99% sure now that they don't care when Fada dies. I think he's just sent to push in lanes. He's like the core Pylai die in this situation. He just pushes in a wave. If they kill him, okay, sure, why not? And if situations like that happen, even better.
It almost feels like it's the boy who cried wolf.
Yeah.
Like, hey, he's by himself. We don't care if he dies. Now we're just going to go gank him and get on top of him. Reinforcements have arrived. Oh, crap. Well, that doesn't work out now. How do we know when he's crying wolf or not?
Exactly, because...
Like, you'd think the Lycan would know.
Yeah, when he's not... Alright, that was pretty bad. When he is alone and you kill him, you think to yourself, like, great. When he isn't, it makes you think twice about the next attempt.
They're going for Roshan. Puppey has Ice Blast available. And with Master from Mods committed. Roshan is dying, but it's taking time. There's no medallion to work. They have the Necro books making this happen, but here comes Team Secret. Burrow Strike out on the sidelines. Where's that Ice Blast? Right on top of Fear. It's actually quite small because Puppey was so close. Ravages from Universe create so much space, but the Bear is in the middle of it. Fear will drop. Savage Roar forces EG to back off. SK, he will buy back into this game. Yamso wanting to be part of this. Their mid one, back lines, bringing down Io. Samael has lost his friend. The Burrow Strike from Yamsor is perfect. They want to keep the run going. Yamsor looking for the body block. Universe got nowhere to hide. Tries to make a break for the tree line. Then there's just nowhere to go. Rooted up and brought down. And the one hero that is left is probably the least influential hero after Roar is gone. Lycan is the last one left. They did all the hard work. The Wolves, they're actually going to die as well, so they can't even test Roshan. Everything's coming up Secret.
That was absurd. Perfect team fight for them, and the immediate buybacks, the snap buyback decision making. I felt like Yapsar was just going to go for the ult blind in, but doesn't even bother doing that, just stuns in. We're going to see this once again. The beginning looks so promising for EG. They get 2 heroes instantly. There was no brew ult. The Ravage was okay, it catches people in the back line, but not enough. Everybody coming back in for this, and now Secret with the Aegis in their hands. They know there's no Ravage for this. The timing is perfect. They have a Brewmaster split on top of this. You couldn't script this better for Team Secret.
The only thing they needed extra was having Dragon Form again. The Ice Blast is gonna be perfect! With the Burrow Strike, they hold him in position! And Fear is tossed into the fight! I think Samael has just betrayed his father! They'll move deeper inside the base. Tidehunter spin him up and towards the air. Still no Ravage available when he hits the ground, at least behind Blink available. He's trying to fight and bring down the Bear. They're removing the armor. Samael trying to fight back into the front lines. The Bear is so low. Ace doesn't have a resummon for him. That's why they're trying to keep it alive. The Necrobook's trying to burn off the rest, but they break. They push him back. Yapso is over the Ice Blast. It connects onto Universe. How is the Bear alive? How is the rest of Team Secret alive? Puppey's being chased down by the rest of the Lycan, Books, and Wolves.
He's gonna
Maybe Arteezy can come through the side. The tree toss will finally get the first kill for EG in this entire fight, but the clap is down. They're trapped in the trees. Everyone's gone bush. Tidehunter is brought down. Chris trying to keep him alive, but here comes your epicenter. Lacquering on top. It is all Secret. Crit maybe denies himself to the Ogres. No, that won't happen. Vada will be there for the last hit. Nas Spyvex coming in from EG. Relocate to the front lines, but Arteezy, he gets locked in, and the double Burrow Strike again! And it just...
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
We cracked our board. Take our headphones off, that's the only way we're going to do this. But EG have lost so many people. There's no way they're capable of actually defending this base right now. And Team Secret will continue to push through. They'll take the tier 3 tower. Sharma can watch from the sidelines. Tidehunter, well, that's one way to get into the fight. Move with the TP straight in. Rooted up. He's got the Ravage holding onto him for as long as he can. The Savage Roar will force him back. Full mid Rax is gone, and the melee Rax on the top.
Absolutely one-sided now. Don't think EG's going to be able to recover. It's 20k at 22 minutes in. Quite the one-sided deficit now.
Yeah. It is almost an impossible task for them. We're back into normal world now for us. Lone Druid, he's even got the AC. We're 22 minutes in on this Lone Druid. AC, Hand of Midas, with the Radiance build up. Ace is living the life of a king. He's only sitting at 741 gold per minute, 22 minutes into the game.
Yeah, this is now pretty much all but over. He's like doubled up right now in terms of farm. Already at 16k.
Oh, EG just smoked on top of the Radiant Observer Ward. They cannot catch a break.
They get one more shot at this. They use all the buybacks. Aces double anybody's net worth, more than double anybody's net worth on the side of EG. Like the Bear micro alone in that last engagement was pretty absurd, and now
we get to watch at least the fight in the trees right now.
Yeah. So this one looked like it was going to finally be promising, and then look at Yapsor in the top area. Oh, good.
Dire's bottom tower
comes
is under
straight through,
attack.
and now they have one set of racks left.
Is under attack.
They do have the range racks up
Radiant
at top, if
structures are
that's any
fortified.
consolation for EG.
I really don't think so. That's like chocolates after you got knocked out on Wheel of Fortune. You do not want this. Mid one, gonna Foco Dragon form. Here's the wraparound. EG coming from behind. Universe needs the best opportunity, but already Yapsor with Observer Ward in the tree lines. He sees it coming from a mile away. Your DK has got Invis. There goes your Ravage. It doesn't catch enough. Yapsor comes in with the ulti, combining with the Ice Blast. This really is the game. There's no way EG can fight back out. The mouse left more than nothing. Even the root onto the IO. They can't kill Ace. They committed almost everything for it. And EG admit defeat as Team Secret 2-0 out Evil Geniuses.
Yeah, they realized nothing doing anymore after the mid game. I mean, part 2, it goes so badly for them. The laning phase was maybe the most rough that I've seen for a safe laner in quite some time. Like, we were just giving you guys like the play-by-play updates of, has he crossed Yapsor's net worth yet? The answer was no for maybe 30 minutes into the game. And I mean, this is why I told you it felt like it was just two teams